Today we are going to continue our look at my artwork from Batober. Stick around and I'll show you week 2. Hello to all my friends out there in YouTube land. It is your good buddy Philtastic Phil here, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. So we're on to week 2 of Batober 2022. I know you're saying, Phil, why are you just doing week 2 now? We're way past week 2. We're in November now. Why the hell are you talking about this? Why should we care? Well, truth is, I had a little problem with my phone. I had recorded week 2, week 3, and another video, and then all of a sudden, went to go edit the videos, and they were gone. So I'm doing a little bit of backtracking here. You know, I thought I was ahead, and now I'm way behind. So we're going to do videos for weeks 2, 3, 4, and then a little wrap-up video, I guess you could say. So if you haven't watched week 1, you should probably do that, and I'll put a box or something around here. So let's hop into it. So day 8, the word was duel, and the character I had, I should say, was Penguin. So I knew that I didn't want to do the standard Penguin. Call me crazy, I just don't like to draw Penguin. It's just me. But in this case, I tried to make it a little interesting by using Colin Farrell, who played, as you probably know, Penguin in the recent Batman film, The Batman. And I tried to incorporate another Penguin character who you may or may not know. I don't think he's really around too much anymore, called Emperor Penguin. He tried to take over Penguin's empire and kind of sort of succeeded for a little bit, and then I kind of don't remember what happened, and we haven't seen him since. Now, if you've watched my videos before, or even the kickoff video, you know that when I do Batober, I don't like to do any kind of violent poses. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't watched the kickoff video, which I'll put a link to at the end of this video. So you've got a link at the beginning, and I'll have another link at the end. With a word like duel, it's kind of hard to do. Not going to lie to you. But I decided let's go ahead and go with umbrellas. And I know that with Penguin, umbrellas, yeah, 9 times out of 10 are weapons. But in our case, it's just an umbrella. So they're kind of dueling with the umbrellas, and Emperor Penguin is sitting there like, oh, you know, you kind of look like that bloke from Phone Booth, which, if you didn't know, was a rather forgettable Colin Farrell film from the early 2000s that really didn't hold up, especially considering the whole thing takes place in a telephone booth, which, when's the last time you saw one of those? I'll give that an asterisk. When's the last time you saw one of those that hasn't been used as a lavatory for a homeless person? I couldn't tell you. But overall, to be honest with you, I thought I left a little too much negative space in this. I should say, if I had to do it again, focus more in on those characters. But it did okay. 19 likes, not bad. The next word is trapped. This one, I thought I could do a little bit better with. I was trying to do something fun, because trapped, and you know, if you looked at what a lot of artists were doing, it could be kind of scary. In this one, I decided I wanted to have a Harley Quinn playing a little game of Mouse Hunt. A game I used to play a lot as a kid. Enjoyed it heavily, and here you have the little basket coming down on her mouse. Problem is with this one, I don't think I really pulled off Harley as well. I don't think that character in the picture reads off as Harley. If I had to do it again, I would try to make more distinctive kind of markings somewhere or something, just to get that idea across. Overall, though, it did fine. 19 likes. Okay. The next one. This is the one I have to say that I dislike from this entire challenge. The word was spent. And again, I try to avoid common interpretations of these words whenever I do these Batober challenges. So I was trying to think of spent as in, oh, I'm spending my money. And the character I had was Maximilian Zeus, who I think I only saw him in one comic, to be fair with you. I remember him more from the animated series. So I like, oh, well, let's have this idea where he's in Home Depot buying just a bunch of light bulbs because, you know, Zeus, lightning bolt, electricity. You get what I'm trying to go at. Overall, I think the problem I ran into didn't come off as a Batman character. I mean, it's kind of tough because the only real reference I had for Maximilian Zeus was the animated series, and I didn't want to do something just from the animated series. Again, I didn't enjoy this one. And I don't think many of you did out there either. It was definitely the lowest of the likes during the whole month, with a total of 12 likes. The next one is surprise. And just kind of like in Maximilian Zeus's case, I had a character who is a little bit more fluid. You had Lucius Fox, who is definitely definitely better known than Maximilian Zeus, but you know, he's a character that, depending on the interpretation you're looking at him, he doesn't have one kind of set iconic look or whatnot, and you know, you could use that to work in your favor. I mean, look, the Lucius Fox from the animated series looks a lot different than the Lucius Fox from the Christopher Nolan films. So here I took a little bit of, I guess you could say, freedom with the actual Lucius Fox. In the future, I would probably do a little bit more to make maybe like a Wayne Tech kind of employee badge or something like that, but I thought I captured at least the moment and the word well. The word is surprise, and he's unveiling the infamous Batwing armor. Maybe it's for his son, maybe for his Bruce Wayne, we don't know. But I do like, I really felt this was the turning point for me personally during the month. I don't get to draw that often, so whenever I'm doing a challenge where I'm drawing one picture a month, and this month I did two, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and look up my Italian American month video. I'm going to talk more about that in the future as well. This is where I finally felt like I was hitting my groove, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word that I can't think of. You know, the people seem to agree with me on this one too. This one had 21 likes. One of the better ones from the whole week. In fact, this is tied for the top likes for the week. The next one, the word is desperate. This was a tough one to do. Again, I didn't want to make it look too harrowing, but I think I made it to look a little too depressing. So for desperate, my character word was poison ivy, so I had poison ivy, and I was like, all right, well, let's say there's these potted plants that are wilting, and you know, she can't bring it back to life, and she's upset about it. I got that, but I think I went a little too dark. So like I said, it's a little too depressing. Kind of looks like something you'd see from a college play or something like that. But I still like how I did on it. And people, for the most part, agreed with me. 19 likes. Not too shabby. The next word, very cool, is spark. If you're unaware who this character is, it's Thomas Wayne, Batman's father. You might be saying, hold on, Batman is an orphan. Well, on, I think, Earth 2, I don't know. I don't go that deep with it, to be honest with you. Bruce Wayne died and his parents lived. His mother became a villain. She became, I think, like a Joker type of character. And the father became Batman, but certainly more brutal, from what I understand. My first and only exposure, really, to Thomas Wayne as Batman, Earth 2 Batman, let's say, was in the Tom King run of the Batman series, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I do. I thought he did a good job on it. And I have, from that run, the infamous button from the Watchmen, Rorschach's button, that kind of acts as this conduit between the Watchmen and the regular DC universe, which we only really kind of saw a trickle of with Doomsday Clock, and then I don't think they kind of commented on it again. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, leave a comment, because that's what the internet's for. I really like what I did. I had him kind of harnessing this power, and I like how I made him look older without making him look crippled, like if he punched somebody, he's going to fall apart. Had a lot of fun with it, and it was tied for the top like getter, or vote getter, let's say, for the week. 21 likes. And the final word for the day, this one was a toughie, was catch. And I saw a lot of people doing things like, oh, Batman is catching somebody who's falling, that type of thing. The character I had was Joker, so I was like, you know, perfect opportunity to call back to the infamous Joker fish. I had a good time with this one. I think, again, I went with a little bit too much negative space in it. Overall, though, I kind of got what I was going for. Like, oh, he's caught his own Joker fish, and the fish looks terrifying. And that had 20 likes. Not bad. Okay, so that was Batober week 2. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and do some of those YouTube-y things. Comment, give me a thumbs up, and share this. That's huge. And look, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do it. Because just like Jennifer Lopez's love, it don't cost a thing. Go ahead. I know you want to subscribe. Go ahead and do it. But go ahead and go on to my next video, which will go through week 3 of Batober 2022. And I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. I made a mistake in that one, but I'm not going to tell you now. You have to watch the next video to find out what it is. And I don't know why I'm whispering, so I'm going to go ahead and talk. But yeah, go ahead and check out the next video. I'll see you there. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.